The trees are very forgiving. Almost anything you do, they are fine within reason. Hi, I'm Miltonchang of Bonsai Heirloom. Before I go into the Q&A today, I'd like to ask you a serious question. I really do think that I have spent a lot of time thinking and addressing issues that I have a lot of experience that I can share with you in terms of family, relationship, businesses, education, and all that stuff, and being ethical and all that. I hesitate to do that because it's kind of off subject of the bonsai. On the other hand, everything's related. What I learned from bonsai, especially when I teach in bonsai, I think through things, in fact, reinforces a lot of my philosophical understanding. So I wonder if you can tell me, give me some feedback, whether I should do these comments. So with that, then let's move on. The first question is, where do you keep your trees? I have a lot of shade, and I wonder if I should keep them in shade. Well, I keep all my bonsai under bright sun, full sun. I water them once or twice a day. Never had watering problem. When I do drastic cutting, like repotting of a bonsai, I keep them in shade because then they get the light, bright light, but not bright sunlight. So that's what I recommend that you do. I think keeping some of the shade-loving trees like Japanese maple in partial shade is good, like morning sun. But I think full sun is what I recommend for most trees, especially pine and juniper. The next question is that I live in Chicago. Do I leave my potted bonsai outside through the winter? Well, here we do. We do have a little bit of a freeze on the grass in the winter time, in a sense frost, but we don't freeze over. I think all the trees can be in cold weather, including ficus can take quite a bit of cold weather. Like I remember in Hong Kong, it freezes over occasionally, but the ficus tree is fine. I don't need to put them winter protect them, but for Chicago, I suspect you need to think of it this way: a tree growing in the ground, the root never freezes over. The soil is always a little bit warm, never freezes over, so the tree will not die. But on the other hand, a bonsai pot is so shallow that the root ball will freeze over. So some of the best recommendation is bury in a few inches of garden soil. The other one is put compost on top of it. Even put the whole tree in under the compost, whole bonsai under compost. And the other one recommendations move them into the garage because wintertime deciduous trees especially do not need much sun. I have a sequoia tree in my garden. I wonder if I can turn that into a bonsai. Well, redwood tree is very common in California, and there are quite a few people now have redwood trees for bonsai, and they can be quite tiny actually, just by clipping them because or chipping them because the redwood, the sequoia tree, the leaves are quite modest in size, so it can be quite to scale in a small bonsai. They can be spectacular, especially if we find an old trunk. So yes, you can do that. And about Acer Rubrum, I have some red maple the seedling that came up. They are very easy to seed, and when you go to the park, there are thousands of seeds on the tree. You can pull them off and put them in soil, and they would germinate. I think they're beautiful red fall color, but the leaves are kind of large. So if you want to do a large bonsai and put it in a decorative pot for your patio, that would be nice. And why not? Bonsai just means a potted plant, a decorative potted plant. So yeah, by all means, let them grow. They grow fast, and then make them into nice bonsai. And I don't have any success growing juniper cuttings. Well, here I've been saying juniper cuttings is easy to grow. I would say probably don't take the real tender juniper, take the branches that are fairly large, but keep them really moist. Get the mixture, let's say, just my standard soil mixture, peat moss, topsoil, and perlite. They should root, but water it religiously. Don't ever let it dry out. I would say you'll find roots in a month or two. Really easy, okay? Try again. What kind of commercial fertilizer would you use? What kind of a ratio NKP? Well, I'm not very scientific when it comes to bonsai. It's a hobby. I don't take it that seriously in part because trees are very forgiving. Almost anything you do, they are fine within reason. So what I do is I've been telling you, I fertilize once a week during the summer, active growing season. Wintertime, I fertilize them occasionally, but summertime, I fertilize them once a week and water them once or twice a day so they don't dry out. And I also use chicken manure pellets. They're very clean, they're very easy to use occasionally. Now for bonsai trees that grow in nursery cans, I can be very forgiving because there's a lot of soil there. So I use slow release fertilizer. I found a fertilizer for lawn food, 15, 15, 15. So I really get a lot of nutrient for my value, for the price I pay. And you know how much it costs? Everything with the word bonsai on it is expensive. A little bag of fertilizer costs you a fortune. This one, 50 pounds, it only cost me around $40. 50 pounds for $40 to get you 50 pounds of slow release fertilizer. You fertilize it every 3 months or so in the active growing season and don't do anything in the winter time. And trees will just pop up and grow like crazy. You see, all my trees are growing like crazy. By the way, I did the Selkova really 2 weeks ago. And I tell you, the thing is sprouting like crazy. And because someone wrote and worried about the tree dried out. No, it didn't dry out. And I don't want to show it to you now because there's not much to see. But in 3 months, it was just so overgrown that I'll trim it again to show you the process of making a broom style bonsai. How do you treat spider mites? Well, people make a really big deal about organic and this stuff. Well, you don't eat your bonsai. So I would recommend a simple spray of malathion, or just use your rose spray, for your rose bush. They will go away. A malathion works wonders, and it's not a highly toxic insecticide. And then the next one is what kind of fertilizer do you use? How frequent and often? I just did on ficus. Well, ficus is really no different from any other tree, so the same will be fine. In fact, since ficus grows so rapidly, you can probably water it more, fertilizer more frequently, or use a little higher dosage. I tend to use half of the recommended dosage to avoid the over fertilizing, but for ficus, you can just go for it, especially in summertime. Remember, active growing season. How do you take care of prevent common disease like powdery mildew? California weather is generally pretty dry. We don't have mildew problem at all, but I imagine it could be in a very humid area. I would say keep it dry, full sun. I think you should be okay, but occasionally a spray of malathion would take care of a lot of your problem with insects. So with that in mind, then that's this week's Q&A. I thank you for watching. Please click like to encourage me to do more and give you more random thoughts, ideas, and subscribe to our channel. So thank you very much, and see you next week.